Hi everyone, Jamie here. Thank you for watching today. So as I said, some inspiration using box 53, the Papercraft Society box that's been designed by Katie Skilton of My Creative Life. So I've made two projects on camera and one off. So I've got a sketch style card, a really simple gift bag, and then I've made this gift box following the instructions within the inspiration booklet. So I think a really nice trio of gifts there that match really well, and I think hubby will like them. So I've gone for more of the teal colour rather than pinks and reds, giving them a bit more of a masculine feel, but it is Valentine's Day, so we've got to get the hearts and the pink in there somehow. So all the products I'm using in today's video is the Papercraft Society Box 43. This has been designed by Katie Skilton and it's the brand My Creative Life. I have done an unboxing video for this, so I'll just pop this in the top right hand corner and you can go and check that out if you haven't seen the unboxing video, and that goes through all the sort of the contents that are included. I'm not sort of swaying very far from the contents that are in the kit. I'm just bringing in my scoreboard and maybe some additional cardstock. So I'm just starting off with a sketch style card. This was inspired by Monica, who is a design team member for Textures. So she works alongside Craft Stash, the same as me. And on her YouTube channel, she shared a sketch challenge by Crafting Diva, I believe it is. I'll link Monica's video and also the details for the sketch challenge. So I've taken that design from her video and I'll talk you through the measurements shortly. So I've got a 6x6 card blank, then a piece of 5 3/4 squared, and then I've got 4 strips, and these are 1 1/4 by 5 1/2. So I'm just placing these down on the front of the card. The pattern papers I'm using I've downloaded and they're part of the kit, so you have some already included within the box, but I've downloaded them so I could have a bigger size of cardstock to work with. The ones that are included are A5. So nothing too complicated here, just lining up the 4 strips within this center panel, just evenly spacing those. So I just wanted a bit of background noise behind the topper that I've created. And because I'm using cloud glue here, I've got quite a bit of time to move these about if I'm not happy with the placement. I think that looks pretty good. So you've got this confetti sort of style pattern paper. Then I've got matte layer to go there. So this measures 3 by 5 1/4. I just saw the design, so these are all my own measurements, and this is 2 3/4 by 5, and that's just going to sit there. So I think I might attach those together and pop that up onto some foam. And then look at this topper, it's so adorable. It's a love heart gummy ball machine. So I've die cut the pieces using the kit, stamped the sentiment "I love you more than sweets," and just sort of built up the topper there. I've attached 2 pieces together, made that really strong with some cloud glue, and I'm going to sort of place that just on top of there, and then I have my card complete. I think it's so sweet. So this is going to be for my husband for Valentine's Day, and I'm going to make a bag then that will go that will accompany this. And I've also made a little treat box which I'll share with you, and that's following the step-by-step guide that's included within the instructions booklet, or inspiration booklet I should say. Yeah, so I'll show you that shortly. I'm just going to attach those like I said, and I'll come back to you with the finished card. So there's the finished sketch card. I think it's so sweet. I think it's really pretty. I just love this gumball machine. It's so cute, and you've got all the elements to build it up. I think this will be great for any occasion really. You could change the heart and have a circle, square, hexagon, you know, anything that will sort of fit within that space. You could change that completely. You could cut a circle to cover up that heart to make it more masculine. You know, the options are endless with that. So I'll just hold it a bit closer so you can see that pattern paper again, all included within the kit, and they just work so well together. As I said, this is inspired by a make that I saw in the inspiration booklet, so I just followed the step-by-step guide there. I need to fill it with some treats. I gotta pop to the shops later, so I'll get some then. I'm probably going to do some, maybe some strawberry hearts or some marshmallows, I don't know, something like that, just to fill that up. So you've got the stamped image as well that matches with that topper. The colour scheme I've kept the same, just used the pattern papers again, some twine from my stash, just built up this sort of cluster here, and then the lid pops off like so. I think it's really sweet. And we're going to move on to the gift bag next. So really quick and simple gift bag. You need 2 pieces of cardstock that measure 11 by 7 3/4, and along the 11-inch side I've scored it 2. So there's a bit of a printing error on my part. I wanted to print on A4 and I printed on A3 instead. So it left me with sort of this white gap, so I just trimmed around it and made use of the white space to have that as the base. But on my second piece I've got the pattern on the whole sheet, so it's entirely up to you. You can do it either way. As I said, I'm just making use of my printing error. So to recap, 2 pieces of 11 by 7 3/4 and score at 2. And then I'm just bringing in a coordinating piece of cardstock that I've used on my card and the extra gift box. So this measures 11 by 3. Along the 11-inch side, again, score at 2. Then rotate and score at half and 2.5. So 2 pieces of that, and the scoring is exactly the same on both. So for your 2 larger pieces, you just want to fold and burnish along the score line. Like so. We're just going to set those to one side a moment, and we're going to work on our 2 side pieces. So again, fold and burnish your score lines. And you're going to cut both pieces in the same way. So we've got our 2-inch section here at the bottom, and we're just going to remove these 2 rectangles on the outer piece. So just take that section off there, and that section off there, and then we're just going to take a little wedge off this piece, and then a wedge from the top and the bottom on both sides. So if I place that back down on my mat, hopefully you can see that. So that's the top, and then we've got the bottom there. So you want to do that to both pieces. So we're going to bring in our two larger pieces now, and we're going to attach everything together to make the gift bag. As I said, this is a really quick and simple one, great for beginners, but also it's great to just have that quick gift bag if you need it. Nothing too complicated. You don't have to have the side pieces, you could have one entire piece. I just wanted to make it slightly different by having the additional colour on the side there. So I've just ran quick grab glue along that 1/2 inch tab, and I'm just lining these two up. So you want to make sure your score line marries up. If you're overhanging at the top, you can trim that away, but if you're not lined up on the bottom, then you'll have sort of a wonky gift box. So again, quick grab glue along the tab and line this piece up. Then add your next larger panel, and again line that score line up at the bottom. Then I'm going to flip this over and add glue to that tab. And then just fold this end over and everything should marry up. I'm just going to take a little wedge off the back panel. So decide which end you want that to be, and just trim a little bit away. Normally I fold one side down, then the tabs or the side pieces, and then the front, but because this is in a different colour, I'm going to fold those tabs in first. Just add your glue along the tabs there. I'm going to fold the back over. And then the front one last. So I want the white on the bottom there. And then if you just square it all off, just push those sides together. You've got a nice square base, and then you can just lift it up. Apologies about the camera angle. And just go in and press that all down. So then we've got these nice coloured side pieces, white on the bottom and pattern on the front and back. You can add an additional score line along this side tab here, and this will pinch the sides in. You can also fold that as well by hand if you want to. Don't necessarily have to have the additional score line, but I'm going to leave mine quite open. I'm going to wrap the gift in some tissue paper and just pop that inside, so I need all this sort of space rather than it tapering off towards the top. So I'm just going to bring in my additional pieces that I've prepared off camera. So I've got a nice little topper to go in the corner, and again I've used the dies from the kit, and rather than the gumball machine I've just created this little topper, I guess, with the hearts. You could easily make this into a shaker and just pop that on the front to just add a bit more interest. Then I've used the same sort of dies and I've stamped Happy Valentine's Day. Well, I've heat embossed that, and again kept it in the same colour scheme and punched a hole, so that's going to be a tag at the top, so that'll sort of keep everything together. I've got some handles here. I think this is from Hobbycraft. There's a pack of handles in various colours. So I thought that matched really nicely, and we've got sort of all those different colours going on with the gift bag. So I'm going to attach those using some hot glue, and then I've got some twine from my stash, and it's the same one I've used for the gift box, just to tie off that tag. So it just brings everything nicely together. So I'll just pop this on and add the handles next. So you don't have to have these. You could use some ribbon, you could punch some eyelets and thread that through. You could use some cardstock, just curve that with your bone folder and just attach those on the front. So lots of ways of adding your handles. So this just comes in sort of, ooh, sorry, one long strip. So I'm just going to measure out the size of handle I want. So I think if I cut that in half there, half there, we've got the same size, and I'm just going to round these off a bit more, so and then just attach those just on the inside there with some glue. So nothing too complicated there, just a bob of glue on the inside and just pop that handle just inside like so. Allow that time to cool. And just pop the other side in, same as previously. If you want to give that plenty of time to cool, you could press that in if you've got one of those silicone finger protectors, which I have, but not too sure where it is. It's disappeared on me. Usually it's with my glue gun, but it's run away from me, like many things in my craft room. When it's a mess, I can find everything. When it's tidy, don't know where anything is. Doesn't make sense, does it? Okay, so I'm just going to give that time to dry, but I'll flip it over and just add the handles in the same position as the opposite side. I probably could have come out a little bit more. But it's okay, hubby won't mind. So handles now attached. Not too happy about the placement, but as I said, it's a quick gift bag. I could always make another one if I wanted to, but it's going to just be enjoyed for a short amount of time. And as I said, I don't think hubby will mind too much. Maybe just watch your placement. Let me know, what do you think? Do you think they look a bit odd? Or do they look fine? So just tying my tag off with a bow there. Trim the excess away. So there's the gift bag. Sorry, I've got it, turn it to landscape so you can have a look at it. I think it looks really sweet with the tag there and this little topper. You could add some additional pearls or gemstones, Nuvo drops. I'm just afraid with the water content of the Nuvo drops on the printed paper that it may affect some of the ink. So I'm not going to risk that on here. But if you're using the papers within the kit and you've sized this down, then it should be fine to add on the top of there. So the final size of this is 9 by 7 3/4, and then you've got sort of a 2-inch gap there on the sides, or the depth I should say. So a cute little trio of gifts for hubby for Valentine's Day, as I said, but also some additional inspiration to what is included within the box kit. And as I said, you're going to see me using this for birthdays, anniversary, different things. I think it's so cute. I think Aria would love this for a birthday card, so maybe I'll do something with it then. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you have, I really appreciate it if you could hit the like button, leave a comment, or consider subscribing to the channel. If you do subscribe, don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any future tutorials. I will link the Papercraft Society in the description box if you want to go and check that out. Normally they wait until all the boxes have gone out to subscribers, and then if there's any stock remaining, that will go on sale then on the Craft Stash website. So if it goes to open stock, I'll pop a link in the description box for that as well for you. Once again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.